believe it or not, the media are actually telling you right now in the UK that the Meningitis B bacteria is absolutely nothing to fear. Not only that, they are openly admitting to poisoning children. That's actually the name of the game. They're always telling you what's going on. The trick is being able to see the truth in the words. So if you stick around throughout this video, bear in mind it may be a long one, could probably be a podcast. But I'm going to look at this article from yesterday that was published in the Daily Mail. So everything I'm going to quote is from this article here. Killer Kent meningitis B strain may have evolved to become better at transmitting, scientists warn. Right there. Immediately in the headline, you're having a spell cast. And let's just remember what broadcasting actually is. It's to broadly cast a spell. Like I said, the clues in the words with everything, guys. When you read Scientists Warn, you are immediately led to believe that there is this team of elite, brilliant thinkers who know much more about things than you do, okay? You are just a mere pleb. When it comes to viruses and vaccines, we need to listen to the experts, to the scientists. So that's the header. Let's go a little bit further and look what the article actually says. Our first quote is from Professor May. So he's a professor guy, okay? He's a professor. He's serious. He's not an idiot like us general minions that read this stuff. He's a professor, okay? He knows what he's talking about. He tells us, okay, so people do not need to be concerned about things like public transport, for instance, where, you know, potentially you might come into contact with somebody with it in your train carriage or your bus. Unless you're in quite close contact for an extended period of time with them, you're not at risk from them. Okay, there's a couple of things to break down there. Number one, I want you to pay attention to the words that are getting used there, close contacts. Those words are going to get used a lot throughout this article, and I want you to remember them, and I'm going to explain why at the end. But what we're immediately getting told here is it's a very different germ theory than the COVID germ theory. Okay, the COVID germ theory was that germ, that bacteria, that germ that could, like, you know, bring you down with COVID, that could live on things like park benches and bus seats and shopping trolleys, and your grandma could live on all those things, so you had to avoid them and not touch them. This is a different germ theory to that. Okay, this germ theory is that this germ can't live on things. So like Professor May says in this quote here, and he's a professor, guys, okay? You can take him seriously. He's telling you not to be concerned. It can't live, it's close only, okay? Close contact. So let's remember that. Let's keep going through this article. Here we've got Trish Mans. Now, she's the UKHSA Regional Deputy Director for the South East, okay? She knows what she's talking about, okay? You need to listen to this woman. She says that 2 doses of the MenV vaccine will help protect individuals against meningococcal B disease. So that's this particular strain of brain inflammation that's currently taking people down. Okay, but it's all right because 2 doses of this vaccine, according to this official person, they'll protect you against that. They'll protect you against meningococcal B. Okay, remember it's meningococcal B you're protecting against. But it's important to know that that vaccine does not protect against all strains of meningococcal disease. Remember that meningococcal disease is brain inflammation. So she's telling you that this vaccine won't protect against all causes of brain inflammation, but it can protect against one, and that's meningococcal B. It also won't prevent that bacteria being carried and spread, but that's not to worry, guys, because the other professors already warned us that it can't really spread unless you're in super close contact. So get the vaccine, because it will. What will it do? It'll protect you against meningococcal B. So let's keep going. So Mr. Streeting, who is another expert, he's told us also, he gets it. It's understandable, he says, that people might be worried. But he's warned, he says, the way in which this disease spreads is from close personal contact. This isn't like COVID. This is a different germ theory, guys. Okay? So it's different. It's like same but different. Worth throwing out here that germ theory is always referred to as a theory, because a theory by definition has never been proven. It's a theory. You can have things that are always absolute truths, like the biological laws, the quantum laws, the spiritual laws. Those are categorical truths. But germ theory is called germ theory because it's a theory. I'm just going to throw that out there. But Mr. Streeting, the expert, has warned us. He said, look, it's all fine because we've got a steady stream of students coming through. We've had over 600 vaccines administered this afternoon. So this is really encouraging, he says. He then goes on to say, now he does now expect the number of cases of meningitis to rise. He does expect that now. That makes sense to me, because under the natural law that I was just referring to of cause and effect, if you have just administered 600 doses of poison, the effect of that would be more people sick. So that makes sense. He's going to word it differently. He's going to say that he expects the number of suspected cases for meningitis to rise. He just says they're going to rise, okay? It's nothing to do with the vaccines that are now getting administered. She's just preempting it, okay? Because he's a scientist, guys. He's an official person. Okay, so he can predict things that you can't because you are a pleb. We're all plebs. They know. They can predict. You can't predict. They can predict. He's predicted there's going to be more cases. Nothing to do with the vaccines being administered. So he's going to mention again here about this close contact. He says, look, the risk to the public is very low. Chill, guys. All right, chill out. The expert says his risk's very low. But he does explain that disease is spread through close personal contact, right? Sharing drinks, vapes, kissing. You've got to be like sucking face to get this thing, okay? Or not. You could just share a vape or a drink. But again, it's close personal contact, guys, okay? It's like COVID, but a different germ theory. Close enough. You've got to be swapping saliva, but same but different, okay? Right, next up is a quote from a doctor. Now, this is a super fascinating quote because it kind of explains why it's a different germ theory. So let's have a look at what Dr. Pankhania, do hope I'm saying that correctly. I hate it when people get my name wrong. It's Bieber, guys. I had it before Justin. Dr. Pankhania says that meningitis B is spread through fine aerosols at very close range. Things like living in the same household, kissing, or being in a noisy, crowded bacteria. You know, she's explaining all the ways it can spread. That's like COVID, but different. She then goes on to say the bacteria live at the back of the throat. So let's just break this down. The doctor says this. The expert doctor says that the bacteria live at the back of the throat. The bacteria that can cause the disease, guys, lives at the back of your throat. The way to protect yourself from it is to inject yourself with it. But it already lives at the back of your throat. Meningococcal B. Already lives at the back of your throat. It's almost like you are made of bacteria. It's almost like an antibiotic that they are encouraging people to take at the first sign of symptoms, by the way. It doesn't matter what symptom, but they're encouraging you to take antibiotics at the first sign of symptoms for the bacteria that you are made of. An antibiotic in Latin actually means anti-life. Almost like they're telling us what's going on. The experts then go on to tell us that this is really remarkable. It's very remarkable what's happening in the UK with this meningitis spread. Very remarkable. And they're going to explain why. I've got a theory, by the way. So they say, what is particularly remarkable about this case and unexpected about this case is the large number of cases all originating from what seems to be a single event. A single event. Okay. There are two possible reasons for that. This expert tells us. So, expert. One is that there might be something about the kind of behaviours that individual people are doing. The other possibility is the bacteria itself may have evolved to be better at transmitting. Bacteria that lives in the back of your throat may have evolved. Oh, hang on. Pick me. So, sir, Mr. Scientist, sir, you said that one is that there might be something about the kind of behaviours that individual people are doing. All the individuals, sir, that have been hospitalised or have died were all fully vaccinated prior to their admission to university, sir. Could it be that, sir? I'm just a pleb, so I don't know. But it would be an individual behaviour that all the people have in common. In fact, universities are offering incentives to students to get vaccinated. Things like free food to get vaccinated. Where have I seen that before? So just like COVID, the media are always telling you what is going on. Your job is to be able to decipher truth.